it is probably one of the most selfish sports in the world, because you have to be all in. You can't be half in and half out. And, and I moved out here from Canada to Las Vegas, and I got married, a month ago. And 3 weeks after the wedding, I was on a plane, and we had that mutual agreement, because we just have to, it's such a short window to fight, that I have to be here. I have to be progressing my career, and she's got a career back home, so I have to live, almost separate lives for a little bit here, and it's just the sacrifice you have to make to be able to make it in this sport. Jeremy Kennedy, 15-2, and I fight for Bellator MMA.
What was your upbringing like?
It was all right. It was back in Canada, and really competitive, played a lot of sports. I had a family, older brother, 4 years older than me, and whooped my ass. So that's what got me into martial arts really early, and I've been doing jiu-jitsu since I was a kid. Well, I was doing jiu-jitsu tournaments and pancreation tournaments, and I was winning all those in like the adult divisions when I was a teen. And my coach came to me after my fourth tournament and fourth gold, and he just said, "I think you're ready for the cage," because I've been bugging him to try to fight, And I was 16 and I had my first amateur fight, and since then it's just been a roller coaster. To win an MMA fight, it's the highest high, and then to lose is the lowest low. You put so much work in just for such a short amount of time, and that's all people get to see. When you're on TV or whatever, that 15 minutes, that's it. They don't get to see the whole weight cut, the fight week, the training camp, which is grueling. And when you come in and you suffer a loss, you got to learn from it, but it's tough, because that's the impact. You're only as good as your last fight in this sport, so it's hard to kind of erase those impressions on people. I mean, I've fought, traveling and fighting has kind of been the rhythm to my career. I fought in the UFC, and I was from Canada fighting in the US, and then I fought in Australia against Alex Volkanovski. I fought in Brazil against Honey Jason, and that one was, I was still a young kid, and all the chants that Uvo Mohea was like, "You're gonna die," and I was the underdog of that fight, so that was a pretty crazy one. And then after the UFC, I went and fought into the Middle East, and fought in Morocco, and fought in Saudi Arabia on Christmas. As a Christian fighting in a Muslim country around Christmas time, it was different. And now I'm moving on to Bellator, and well, even PFL, fighting 2 times in one night. There's been a lot of different things I've had to come through, and it's been kind of cool to experience it all through fighting. I fought out my contract. I went 3-1, and it was the fact that they didn't see my value, so I went my separate ways, and that was still, I feel like I was there too early. I was a young kid. I was 23, and 8-9 fights into my career, so I feel like I was there too early, and I learned a lot from it. But I'm happy to where I'm at now. I've been able to fight in all the other major promotions, PFL and now Bellator. Yeah, I think I'm a great addition to the Bellator, like the featherweight roster. They already have such a good division with that Grand Prix going on. I just think I catapult right in there, and it's a good landscape for me. There's so many guys that I have my eyes on already, and especially with them being, based mostly out of the US right now, doing a lot of their shows on here. I hope I can just, being here and in shape, I'm just going to be able to rally off a few different fights, and climb those ranks. And I want to be a champion within 2 years in this division.
What do you want to be remembered when you retire? How do you want to be remembered?
A guy who's been there and done it all. I want to have a long history of fights. I want a title. I'm really chasing that Bellator featherweight belt, and I just want to be known as a guy that sacrificed it all and made his own path. I went through all these different organizations, and I'm just doing what's best for me and my career, and I just want to be known for that.